Everybody knows what this means. It is a CGC unboxing. 25 vintage books, keys, tons of amazing Spider-Man, Ditko books. There's some great books in here. Wait till you see what I got. Hopefully the grades are close to what I expected. Up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, panelologists. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. We just passed 4,800 subscribers, and we'll be doing a big giveaway when we get to 5,000. Also follow us on other socials, Bronzeville_comics on Instagram, also on Whatnot, where I do sales every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And coming up this coming Monday on October 30th will be Bronze Age Horror Night. Things are just running a little slow. I had to restart my computer because it wasn't allowing me to record, and I'm like been waiting all day to get to these to get to this box and open her up and see what I got. Some really great books. I have predicted grades. I haven't looked at any of the grades. It was a vintage order, 25 books. I sent this out on September 30th. So it took about a month to come back. It got back to my LCS owner. I send all my books in through him, and he got them back a few days ago. So essentially a month to get these books back on a vintage order, considering it was over a year, like a year and two ago to get that many books back. So let's take a look at what we got. So again, I don't know the grades. I'm going to have to edit. Okay. So I'm just going to reach into the box here. And we got the corrugated cardboard. A little damage there, but I think the books are all fine. My LCS owner just checked for cracks. He said everything looked pretty good. I'm going to spin this around because it looks like that's the back of the books. We want the front. I don't know. I always submit in alphabetical and number order because that's the way I do things. I'm not sure. Usually they come back like in groups of 5. But there are 25 books in here. And let's take a look at the first one. It is not in order. This is a copy of Superman 147. I got this in a collection. This is the first appearance of the Legion of Supervillains. And by the way, all these books I did my own cleaning and pressing on. So if I messed anything up, I'm to blame. This is Superman 147. I had it at a 4.5, and you'll see the FMV when I reveal the grade. And it came back a 5.5, off white to white. So, okay, we're already... First one is A+. Very nice. 5.5, Superman 147. This will, for the moment, stay in the PC. Now, I do talk, and I'm going to kind of go through that in this one. There was a little bit of tearing at the top staple, but that didn't seem to hold the grade back too much. So, a good start there. I talk about slab, sell, save, spec. We've already slabbed all these books. So once I have them slabbed, we'll go down to 3 S's. Sell, save, or spec. So that I'm going to save. I had gotten a collection that has Superman 120 up. This was part of a different collection, I think. And so I'm kind of collecting Superman now. You know, figure why not? What do we got up next? What's next? It's another Superman. Superman 199. This is the first Superman Flash race. I got this dirt cheap. If I remember correctly, I don't have notes on this. I got this like, I believe this was like, I don't know, like $25, something ridiculous on eBay. I got this for. I thought that this copy was a 5.0. Looks pretty nice. I mean, does have this crease there. I added a 5.0, 6.5. Very nice. Very nice. That is, well, both of these stickers are off center. I think I can live with that, though. With 6.5 when I thought it was a 5.0. So, I'm being pretty conservative, I guess. Let's move on. Now, there is, I know, I would be surprised if it wasn't, one purple label in here. It might be what's up next if the order is as it is. Yes. This is X-Men number 9. Restoration includes small amount of cover touch on color. That's a lie. It's a huge amount of color touch on cover. You can see, like, underneath the X there, most of the, like, a lot of the brown, there's color touch. All up here is color touch. So I wanted to fully disclose that. I thought it would get a 4.0 restored grade. This is the first meeting of the X-Men and the Avengers, first appearance of Lucifer. Yeah, that's small amount of color touch on cover. And so I have this at a 4.0 restored, 5.5 restored. It says slight. C1. Off-white to white. So, okay. I'll take that. Because I wanted to fully disclose in selling the book that this is. So the 2 Superman books. The 2 Superman books are save books. This is a sell book. The X-Men. Yeah, there was a lot of color touch on that cover. So up next is X-Men, I think it is X-Men 12, the first Juggernaut, low grade, right? You can see a lot of spine wear. But even in low grade, this is the first appearance of the Juggernaut. That's still a book worth getting slabbed. I had this at a 2.5, 4.0. Man. Somebody is being very nice to me today. Oh, 4 for 4 in pluses. And, like, significant pluses. +2, +3, +3, +3. Can we keep this up? That would be a ridiculous submission. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I don't know if we're going to circle back to the top of the alphabet. But let's see. Yep. Well, it's part of it. Amazing Spider-Man 31. Now, that X-Men I'm going to sell. Those were both part of a collection that I had picked up July of last year. As is this book. You can see that there is the major flaw. Chips top right. Yeah. So this is the first appearance of both Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn and Professor Miles Warren, who becomes the hyena. I had this at a 3.5, and I'm thinking that's even maybe generous, but it got a 4.0. Cream to off-white pages. So, okay. That's a really good book. Really good book. 4.0. Put that to the side. That will be for sale. Amazing Spider-Man number 33. This is from that same collection. It did have a sub-crease. So you can see the sub-crease there. Spine wear. I had this at a 4.0. This is this classic Ditko cover. I had it a 4.0. And it is a 3.5. Okay, that's our first minus of the day. Has some Marvel chipping on the right-hand edge there. The book does look pretty good, though. I mean, other than the subcrease, the main image is pretty solid. So, okay, we'll take one. We'll take our first L of the submission. Again, this is a 25-book vintage. A lot of ASM in here. A bunch of really cool keys. I also want to try to talk about where the books came from. This is Green Lantern 87, first appearance of John Stewart. I got this on eBay for $367 last August. Now, the book is really nice, except for that stain there. And it kind of continues around to the other side of his foot. The rest of the book is pretty sharp. Now, I had this at a 6.0. And let's see what it came back. 7.0. I will take that. This is going to be spec. I'm going to hold on to this book. I got so many of these. I think I have another one that I have to clean and press that might be my nicest. I have a couple 8.5s. I think I have a 6.5. I have a reader copy. I'm going to keep the best one. So this is going to be, we'll see what happens when they cast the TV show. So I have to imagine that the stain was the biggest limiting factor in that book. Okay, up next. This is a book. Okay. Jetsons #1. I had bought this on eBay as part of a project. I bought it for $216 on eBay, cleaned and pressed it. It had this, this crease here, and I'll show the back. When I cleaned this and the book got tacky, I accidentally touched it there. And these two little, they look like tape pulls, but they're really finger pulls, because these gold key books have almost a canvasy type texture to the cover. It's a different texture than Marvel DC Silver Age. So it had like some streaks on the back and stuff, and there was a fingerprint. So this is the first appearance of the Jetsons. So again, this is part of a project. I'm doing a video series on that, where one of my most popular videos was me waiting too long to check the condition of a Fantastic 452, first Black Panther. And so it ended up being worth much less than what I paid for it. So I sold it, came back restored, a different type of restoration than I expected. I thought it was trimmed, but it came back color touched, whatever. I sold it for much less than I had paid for it. So then I took that money, I bought this book raw, cleaned and pressed it, and hopefully I'll be able to sell this for a little bit more than that, and then get another book and maybe another book to try to eventually break even. So Jetsons #1, first Jetsons. I had this at a 4.0, and it is a 4.0, off-white to white. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. It might have been a little bit better if I hadn't messed it up. So 4.0 Jetsons. Okay, let's keep moving. Strange Adventures 205. This is an awesome book. First appearance of Deadman. Deadman, most of his appearances in the Silver Age were done by Neil Adams, but this is Carmine Infantino art and cover. And again, a character. So the Jetsons is going to be, I'm going to sell that. This I'm going to spec on. There's, I think, a really good probability that Sandman will come to the DCU. Or Sandman, Deadman. I had this at a 4.0. The biggest limiting factor is that there. The rest of the book doesn't look bad. I had it at a 4.0, and it came back a 5.0 off-white pages. So that's another plus. Okay, very good. Very nice book. I like that. I think I have a higher grade copy that I will be keeping for now. I think I got a 6.5 maybe in that. I had bought that off eBay. I don't know the exact price I paid for it. But I got a decent deal, but not, not a runaway deal. Okay, what's next? Okay, now this is the earliest Amazing Spider-Man in the batch. Number 10. Let's try to get her in focus. This is the first appearance of the Big Man and the Enforcers. Montana Ox and Fancy Dan. Not really villains that really stood the test of time of the early Spidey villains. This I had gotten in a collection in November. A lot of Spider-Man books. I think all the other, most of the other ASM books, these early ones, are part of that collection. I had this at a 4.0. And I came back. CGC says 4.5. Cream's off-white. Okay, I'll take that. That's a pretty good book. I mean, it's Amazing Spider-Man 10. So, yeah, that's a nice book. Okay, all these ASM books will be for sale, and if you stay to the end, we're going to do a little claim sale. Once I go over the fair market value of everything, I'm gonna the books that are for sale, I'm gonna put up in a claim sale. So stay tuned to that at the end of the video. So if you see something you like, especially these ASM books, they're all available. ASM is kind of my cash cow. It's one of the books I don't collect. Okay, up next, Amazing Spider-Man 23. This is the third appearance of the Green Goblin. Okay, again, an early ASM book. I had this at a 5. And CGC had it at a 5.5. Cream's off-white. So the page quality is generally... I don't think I have any white pages here, but that's okay. 5.5. Good. That's another plus. Now, the next one I'm a little nervous about, if it is what I think it is. Okay. Good. I was nervous about this because this is Amazing Spider-Man 25. First cameo appearance of Mary Jane. Face not shown. First appearance of Professor Spencer Smythe and the Spider Slayer. I was concerned. This was produced without a top staple. There's no top staple in the book. And also the cut of it is a little bit wonky, I think. Like it fans out a little bit more at the top. But I was concerned that because of that lack of a top staple, that this would come back as a green label. Again, this was from that November collection that I picked up. I had this at a 5.0. 4.5. Okay. I'm wondering, I want to check the grader's notes on that to see if there was mention made of the staple. And I wonder if that affected the grade. I'm just glad that I got a blue label on that one, because it does look pretty good. Nice solid mid grader. Let's keep on rolling. We still got a few more Ditkos. 2 more Ditkos. And some Romitas. And some non-Spidey Ditko. One non-Spidey Ditko in the batch. All right. Okay. Another Ditko, 27. These were all kind of in the same condition, right? The colors really look good on this. I had it at a 4.5. And I'm not exactly sure. I don't see all of my notes. Where on the bottom? 4.5 for this. And it came back a 5.0. Again, cream to off-white. So the page quality on these is... what was that? 5.0. Okay. And the next one should be the last Ditko Spidey. No. Yes, the last Ditko Spidey, I think, is the next one. First Molten Man, number 28. There's a tear in the bottom right. Yeah, tear there. I had this also at a 4.5. And it came back a 5.0. Off-white pages. So that got better page quality. That was from the same collection. Okay. So that is pretty good. Okay, can't complain there. Let's see what we got next. Okay, we got another piece of cardboard. Just make sure that we got... Okay. Conan the Barbarian, number 23. First appearance of Red Sonia. Most of the books, because I have a backlog in pressing and cleaning. I do my own pressing and cleaning. I don't do it for anybody else because I don't have time. I barely have time for my own stuff. So I feel accomplished when I get a submission out. And I'm backlogged about a year in my own books. But sometimes I will accelerate books in the process. So, for instance, the Spideys, those Ditko Spideys, I picked up that collection November 15th of last year. This I picked up at this year's Terrificon. And I accelerated it because right before Terrificon, the week before at San Diego, they had shown a preview of the Red Sonja movie. I picked this up. It was a really nice copy of the first Red Sonja. The front is like maybe a 9. There was a little bit of something on the back, the top of the back. But now we'll see what happens. I graded this at a 7.5. And I picked this up for, this will be a spec book. Let's pick this up for $85. I had it at a 7.5. Oh my God. Oh my God, was I off. Like I said, the front cover is gorgeous. Wow. Holy moly. Yeah, there was something a little bit, I couldn't like erase this on the back cover, and there was a little bit, I thought like a really thin crease. A 9.4. I have no idea what that goes for. Again, this is 7.5. Came back a 9.4. Holy moly. Yep, we're gonna spec on this. We're gonna save that for when the trailer comes out. I think. Wow. I have like a 7.0 or something of that. So for $85, that was a really good investment. That, like, if I sell that, I might pay for my entire Terrificon. I got to look at what that's worth. I'm interested in the FMV of that one. Well, that makes me happy. That like, there's been nothing bad about the submission at all. Everything's been okay or good. That was phenomenal. Okay, we got a couple of Daredevils. This came out of a different collection. It came out of the collection from last July with some of those Spidey books. Some of the earlier ones we had, the 31 and the 33. So there's a couple of Daredevils from that collection. This is Daredevil number 3. It was the first appearance of the Owl. I had this at a 3.5. There's a spine split at the bottom. I did a 3.5. It came back a 3.0. Cream's off-white. Okay. That's probably not going to be, you know, it's going to be borderline slab worthy. I guess it also had a tear there through the R. So, cool book, though. I'm still riding high on that 9.4 Red Sonia. Wow. Wow. 9.4. 9.4 from 73. Yeah. That's one of the youngest books there. 2 1973 books in the submission. 171, everything else is 60s. Okay, what's up next? Let's see. Oh, this is the other Daredevil, number 7, first red suit, Submariner crossover, rough. I have this at a 2.5, spine stress creasing. You can see, I mean, it is, there's not much upside room on this. So Daredevil number 7, 2.0, cream to off-white. So the two Daredevils came down a little bit below, but I knew this was a mess when I worked with it. You know, yeah. I mean, I can't complain about it 2.0. What's up next? What do we got next? We got lots of books in here, don't we? There's some good books. Detective 359, first appearance of Batgirl. I had picked this up in a collection. I'm not exactly sure when. It was about a little over, I think it was last summer, that there were 2 copies of 359. The other one was much higher grade. I think that came back a 7.0. So the Daredevils are going to be for sale. This is going to be a spec book because Batgirl prices went way down when they canceled that movie. They're going to use Batgirl at some point somewhere, either in the DCU or in the Matt Reeves Pattinson universe. Lower grade. You can see the right hand side's all jacked up. Spine isn't great. I had this Detective at a 2.5. And it came back a 2.0. Cream's off-white. So, yeah. I'm getting the lower end of the 2s on those two. But there's a lot of wear on this book. A lot of damage. But still, it's still a reasonably pricey book. Batgirl, iconic. One of the biggest DC keys of the Silver Age. Late Silver Age, I would say. This was a good pickup. This is Doom Patrol 86. This is the first appearance in title of the Doom Patrol. From 80 to 85, it was My Greatest Adventure. Doom Patrol, well, it was My Greatest Adventure starting with issue 1. In 80 is the first appearance of the Doom Patrol, and in 86 they changed the title over. I picked this up on vacation last summer for $25. Right, about $25. It was part of a bunch of books I picked up. It had like this, I don't know, paint or almost looks like, I don't know, tar on it or something. The tape pull there. So lower grade, I had it at a 3.5. Oh, 5.0. Very nice. This is a save. I'm going to keep this. I have the first Beast Boy. I got that in the previous submission, and I have like the book I'm going to probably press tomorrow is My Greatest Adventure 80, First Doom Patrol. So those are all PC books for me. You know, I'm a DC guy. Alrighty, what's next? We have some... I got 3 more ASM books from the Romita era. This is first Rhino, Amazing Spider-Man 41. This was also part of the collection with those early issues. There is a puncture there. Other than that, the book is fairly nice. I had it at a 5.0. Wasn't sure how much that puncture is going to bring it down. Without that, it might be like a 6. 6.0. Again, cream to off-white. They're being really harsh on page quality, but I'm getting, for the most part, very nice grades in these books. And you can see it's like all keys and only 3 bronze, 22 silver books. What do we got next? Another Amazing Spider-Man first shocker, number 46. This was from the collection that the Daredevils came from. So I didn't do well on those grades. Let's see how I do on this one. I had this at a 4.0. There's just wear all around, kind of. And came back a 4.5. Again, cream to off-white. 4.5. Again, all the ASMs are available for sale. And here's a big boy, I think. Yep. Amazing Spider-Man 50, classic cover, first Kingpin. This is, you can see, look at there's a lot of spine wear there. Cover is pretty firmly attached, creasing. I had this at a 3.0. I'm gonna guess. What do you think? Cream to off-white? 2.5. Cream to off-white. Okay. Yeah. So it seems as though in the lower grades, I was overestimating a little bit, and the mid grades underestimating. What do we have next? Avengers 55. This is the Crimson Cal revealed to be Ultron's first appearance of Ultron, right? In short. I thought this was one of the nicer books. This was the one I thought was the nicest of all of them, including that Red Sonia. I had this at an 8. 5.5. Wow. I don't know what's wrong with this book. That is... I do have something about a stain on the cover. I'm going to have to look at the grader's notes on this one. So we'll make a little note there. Wow, that was, I mean, considering I thought it was the best. The spine's really clean. Sometimes these stains, I have to look at my own notes. I'm not even seeing it now. Oh, wait, I think I see it. Yeah, might be a little harsh. If you look up in the top corner there, see a stain there. And I guess it runs all the way through the book. I'm going to look at the grader's notes on that one. Ooh, that's... I did not do well on that book. Just 2 more. And that's the end of the submission. So, I think that I got that Avengers as part of a collection. I don't have a note on that. I hope it was part of a collection. I hope it didn't spend good money on it. Up next, Captain Atom, number 83. The first appearance of Blue Beetle. This I'm saving. I bought this for $87.51 on eBay. And I had done a video on this. I got it really cheap because the listing said it was the Modern Comics version. If you see like a blue circle here that says Modern in it, those are the 1970s reprints. What I'm guessing is that the seller wasn't really familiar with comics. They kind of searched this book out on eBay, saw a listing for what looked like this book, and then you can click sell similar item. So I'd reached out to them and said, are those the pictures of the item that you're selling? They go, yes. I'm like, it was an auction. And so I jumped on it. And so this is, I mean, mid-grade. I have it at a 4.5. There is tanning. There is dirt on the book. I think there's a little chip missing in the back. I have this at a 4.5. And CGC says 5.0. Cream to off-white pages. Man, they're stuck on that cream to off-white for this submission. I'll take it with the rest of the grades, though. I will take that. Final book of the evening is another Bronze Age book. And it's the Captain Atom I'm keeping. I'm trying to collect all the Charlton first appearances. This is Captain Marvel 27. This does have tape on it. Like, it's not holding the cover on, but there's tape. It's hard to see. Like, right around the staples. This is the first appearance of Star Fox. I think we're going to see Star Fox again. I have this at a 7.0. And it is a 6.0. So the last two are really cream to off-white pages. They're stuck on that. What did Red Sonia get? What was the page quality on that Red Sonia? It's almost like they got stuck on cream to off-white. Off-white to white. So, yeah, that was better. 9.4, wow. So, those are the 25 books. We're going to look at prices. I'll come back. You'll have seen the fair market value superimposed on the screen all the way along. And I'm going to come back and we're going to do the total fair market value, and then we're going to talk about which books are available for sale, and we're going to do a little claim sale here. So let me do that research, and we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I used, for the most part, cover price. I also used Go Collect to get the values of the books. You saw them as I superimposed them in editing, and if you add them all up, all the fair market value, it's $7,472. A couple of those are estimated. The XMen 9, which is restored, that came back at 5.5, restored at 5.5. Blue Label is about a $600 book, so I cut that in half to $300. And some of the others don't have a lot of sales recently, so we kind of had to guesstimate there, including the Doom Patrol. That in a 5.0, only about a $150 book, but that's a PC book, so that's fine. So right now we're going to do a claim sale. The way that I work the claim sales with these CGC unboxings is I'll show you the book. And I have about, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 16 of these books are available to buy. It's going to be... If you want to reach out to me via email. I'll do it in the order that the email's received. I also had, if you look at my last video, I'll just show it again because I got it in an unboxing I did yesterday, and it's Amazing Spider-Man Annual Number 1. That's $1,000. These prices will be good until noon on November 6th, right? Then I'll probably do what's left. Will go into be on Whatnot and then on eBay. But PayPal friends and family. If you want to use goods and services, you got to pay an extra 3% to cover the fees for goods and services. The book, to ship a book is $15. I ship it insured with the signature unless it's like under $200. Then I just ship it priority. Everything is shipped very securely. So when a book is sold, I'll type in the comments such and such. Action Comics 1 sold. Whoever sends me the email first is going to be the one that gets it. If it's $15 for shipping for up to 3 books, and then $15 for the next 3 books, and so on. So if you want to buy 6 books, it's $30 shipping. If you want 9 books, it'll be $45, and so on. So let's just start with the books. We're going to do Amazing Spider-Man number 10, and I'm going to show you the certification numbers so you can check out the grader's notes and the scans of the high-res scans of the books on the CGC website. Amazing Spider-Man 10 in a 4.5, $300. And that's cert number 433-438-3001. And again, you'll see high-res scans on the CGC website. They do that with now new books, which is pretty cool. Amazing Spider-Man 23 in a 5.5 cream to off-white. And again, these books are lower than you're going to find on eBay or whatever. $240. Cert number 433-438-3002. I'm going to go in order right here. Amazing Spider-Man 25. This is the one, the Grader's notes made no mention of the production without a top staple. But this in a 4.5, cream to off-white, $225. Cert number 433-438-3003. Amazing Spider-Man 27, 5.0. Cream to off-white pages. 27 is $140. $140. And the cert number is 433-438-3004. Amazing Spider-Man 28. First Molten Man in a 5.0 off-white pages. $240. $240. Cert number 433-438-3005. Amazing Spider-Man 31. 4.0 cream to off-white pages. First Gwen, first Harry. That's going to be... let's make sure. No, what? Yeah. 31. $250. Cert number 433-438-3006. Maybe I'll put the cert numbers in the description. That'll be handy. Amazing Spider-Man 33. 3.5 cream to off-white pages. That's going to be $140. 433-438-3007. Big boy. Amazing Spider-Man 41. 6.0 cream to off-white pages. First Rhino. $500. 433-438-3008. Amazing Spider-Man 46. Cream to off-white for Shocker. $140. 433-438-3009. Amazing Spider-Man 50. First Kingpin. 2.5 cream to off-white pages. $400. And that has a cert number of 433-438-3010. Now, this... And this came back with Grader's notes. It did talk about the stain through the whole book, and there was a small tear, but it did say small tear, which I don't even see. I have to look at my notes on that. But 5.5, off-white to white. First Ultron, $70. And the cert number there is... If we can get it in focus. Come on. 433-438-3011. Daredevil. Number 3. 3.0, first Owl. 3.0, cream to off-white pages. $145. 433-438-3015. Daredevil number 7. 2.0 cream to off-white pages. $180. 433-438-3016. The Jetsons, number 1. First Jetsons. 4.0, off-white to white. 350. 433, 438, 3020. What's interesting about this, I don't think this has an inner well. I don't think the book is in an inner well. Because, interestingly, these gold keys from the 60s are a little bit wider. They're like gold. You have to put them in Golden Age bags. Anyway, this you can get a real deal on. Restored XMen number 9. Restored 5.5, off-white to white. $270. 433, 438, 3024. And finally, X-Men number 12, the first Juggernaut, in a 4.0, off-white to white. That's going to be $525. And it is 433, 438, 3025. So, again, reach out to me, bronzevillecomics@gmail.com. The email's in the description of the video. Thanks for stopping by with this lengthy 25-book CGC unboxing. Interestingly, the book that has the highest fair market value was the Bronze Age book, the first Red Sonia, with the highest grade, obviously, the 9.4. So, in the meantime, you can take a look at a couple of my other videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.